Welcome to Om Times TV, a division of Om Times Media and Broadcasting. Welcome to Postcards to the Universe with Melissa Caprio. Do you believe in magic? What if you were told that all you had to do was get a little creative and work a magic spell to bring anything you can imagine into your life? Here on Postcards to the Universe, we will share manifesting, tips, postcards, creativity, abundance, and prosperity. Here's your host, Melissa Caprio.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Postcards to the Universe with Melissa, creating the life you crave. How are you guys doing today? Woo, the energy today. I have Celeste Brooks from Astrology by Celeste. She's an astrologer and an intuitive guide, and she's going to join me in just a minute, and we'll talk about this intense energy. Look, I feel like I'm all red. Oh, my God. So if you've listened to me for a while, you'll notice that I changed my music, and the reason I changed my music is because I got a alert from YouTube that I couldn't, the old music was like, had a copyright issue, even though I got it, a long time ago, and I thought it was copyright free, but YouTube has its own things. And since we're streaming now live on YouTube, I want to make sure that everything is correct. I tested it. I got the music from YouTube. It's all good, so that this show could be seen everywhere and can be shared. And I'm really, really excited. I'm still on Om Times Radio. So if you're listening to me, Om Times Radio, thank you so much for being here. You can find the show on all the podcasting platforms. We put it up after it goes on live. Today is December 17th. So if you're here on that date, you're here live. If you're here listening to a replay, this is when we recorded the show, and I'm super excited about being on Om Times TV now. My producer has been asking me to do this for a while, and I finally said yes, and here we are. If you're new to my show, I want to say welcome. I am an artist. I'm a visual artist. I'm a photographer. I'm an author, and I have a book titled Postcards to the Universe, Harness the Universe's Power and Manifest Your Dreams. And welcome, Celeste Brooks. How are you?
Hi, Melissa. There's a hammer of Thor, which is a chart pattern in the sky, and Mercury's holding the handle in Sagittarius, and it keeps knocking you off.
Oh my God. Well, I'm a Gemini, and my Mercury's in Gemini.
So Mercury and Sagittarius opposite you. The trickster is at work, and
that son of a bitch. Stop it.
Please, Mercury, give us a break.
Please.
We have important things to discuss about.
Yes, we do. Oh my God. So really quick, because I wanted to read your little bio, but I really didn't. And I don't want to, go back and touch anything to get knocked off. So share a little bit about you, Celeste, with us.
Well, I'm Celeste Brooks of Astrology by Celeste. I'm an astrologer, a teacher, a coach, and an intuitive. My background is I have 30 years almost in sales, marketing, and business development experience. And I use the moon cycles to retire early from my corporate career to pursue my passion and my calling as an astrologer. I'm Astrology by Celeste everywhere on the socials. And I have a podcast called the Celestial Insights Podcast, which is here to help you navigate the energies of the week like a boss. I'm a Taurus sun, practical and grounded. Aries moon, I bring a little fun. I'm here to inspire you, and a Cancer rising in a consultative and caring approach.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I know. I found you from Dabney Lawless because you guys collaborate a lot. And I love the way that you, because I know a little bit about astrology, and I'm actually thinking of going deep in 2026. Because I'm getting really interested in it. And you and she and Kathy Beal, who's also on Om Times, you guys really break
Yes, we do really bring, and I'm going to tell Melissa that I would like Melissa to start studying astrology in April at the latest, because you're a Gemini and Uranus is moving into the sign of Gemini again. Yeah, how interesting. This is a hammer of Thor. It is
I
really.
am getting, stop it, Tony. I'm talking to my sister. Help me here, please. Okay. Just give me a break. It's like all of a sudden I'm going and then I see kicked off. So you do the show. So if you see me go, you just keep going.
I'll just keep talking.
So I'm also I'm a Gemini and a double Leo. I have a Leo rising and a Leo moon, a Leo in the first house.
So next year is a big year for you. Learning astrology could be very impactful for you because the South Node, this is mid next year, is moving into the sign of Leo, and it's going to be bringing up all kinds of stuff within you to your conscious attention. And a beautiful year for healing and for understanding yourself. And oh, yes, I love it.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, because for the first time in the last year or so, I've really started to understand the houses and, and all of that kind of stuff. And I know we're going from a 9-year to a 1-year and the numerology. And I've really been like Celeste, and like I was saying before I was cut off again, Celeste, you guys really bring it down to earth for those of us who don't understand charts the way that you understand charts, so that we can really kind of get a grasp on what's happening. And I didn't realize how significant the houses were about what sign is in your house. Because, everybody's like, oh, everybody knows their sun sign, but people don't realize that, like, I have my Mars is in Sagittarius in the 5th house, right? Like, how significant, like, what does that mean, right? So, and now the nodes, I'm learning I have North Node in Pisces, and isn't it, didn't we
Me
just have
too.
we had our return, right? Didn't we?
Yes, we're having our lunar return.
Right?
Yes,
So,
a time to really study more in intuitive
yeah.
art. I like that your sun sign is just a tiny part of your astrology. The big three are the sun, moon, and rising sign. You need to know what time and what place you're born in, and you want to know to the exact minute if you can. And I help people with chart rectification. So if you don't know what time you're born, you have to know the date. I can help through events in your life back calculate it. But these are the big three of personality. But if you know your rising sign, you know all 12 houses, and they speak to the areas of life. And this is what astrologers use in order to provide you with an astrology reading. And it's very important. All the different houses. Yes.
Yeah, all the different houses. So let's talk about, let's talk a little bit about wrapping up. What would you say 2025? Because I know, and I love what you do. Like, you'll get like a movie or a title or something, and that's like the tagline for the energy, right? So what was 2025 before we start into 2026?
2025 was a year of collapse, basically. So many things. One of the biggest things of 2025 that really comes to a crescendo and a new beginning in 2026 is the planet Saturn and Neptune have been moving together. Saturn is structures, authority, discipline, duty, earned success, and Neptune is dissolving, bringing things down. Neptune is illusions and delusions. And as they've been moving together, first in Pisces, and this was bringing in, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It is also illusions. And it's like we're moving we don't know where we are, where we're going. the Towering Inferno was a great image.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, right?
What is that movie on a boat? There's a boat. Well,
The Titanic?
Not the Titanic. There's another one, but it is.
Oh, where the boat catches on fire and it sinks. That one? Yeah, there was. Yeah, Poseidon
Adventure. We have been on the Poseidon Adventure.
Yes,
and then
we have.
Saturn and Neptune moved into Aries, and then all of a sudden, like we're done being seasick, and we were like, hold up.
Yeah.
We need to get some accountability, some justice, some righting of the ship, and all of this kind of stuff, people finding their courage. But things keep coming down, like all kinds of government stuff coming down in the US, alliances, everything, and it's destabilizing. But now we're kind of used to it. Yes. And I really think you falling off and back on is the energy. And we have to figure out, how can we keep moving forward despite unexpected disruptions? We cannot just let ourselves just fall to pieces. We got to get back up, dust ourselves off. 2026 calls for courage. It's a year of the one. There's new stuff. Even from the beginning of the year, we start the beginning of the year of Capricorn season.
Okay, right.
And last year, it was like so destabilizing because Mars was great. This year, Mars is direct. It's in the sign of Capricorn where it's exalted. The sun is in Capricorn and Venus is in Capricorn, and they're moving together to all meet each other January 6th through 9th. So this is a year to move forward with focus, passion. Think about what brings you pleasure and how you're going to get there, and resources, and move with purpose into the year.
Move with purpose
is how we want to move. And there'll be wild things happening, but I highly recommend. I use the moon cycles to retire from my corporate career for 2026. I'm going to give a boost.
Yes. No, I want you to share what you want, because I love the title. What is it? The feeding of your moon is. I love that.
I have two things.
Okay.
Proper care and feeding of your moon, which is to help you learn and understand your moon sign, which is what we need to feel safe, secure, grounded. It's our habits, it's our default, it's our subconscious mind. You can get that from my website. Go to my shop page, as well as the Lunar Planning Guide for 2026. This will give you information about each of the 12 moon cycles that we're going to be experiencing, and help you work through them, as well as all of the major transits. And it's only $22 for my Lunar Planning Guide. So I'm really people use that as something to help you keep an anchor, to help keep you grounded, because what a year. February 17th. This is every astrologer is like, what's going to happen February?
I know. That's my dad's birthday.
Okay. I want you to tell your dad to just be really mindful of that day, what's going on within him. And it's important because the sun and the moon are meeting at a solar eclipse at 28 degrees of Aquarius, square Uranus in Taurus. So there can be unexpected things that are happening, awakening. He might get like an insight about something about himself, his family, that just comes into his conscious attention. I want him to write it down so he doesn't forget it, because sometimes with Uranian things, they come in and go out. Yes.
Well, my he's in his early 80s now, so I don't even know. I should
be careful in the bathroom. Tell him to be extremely careful getting in and out of the tub.
Okay. Good. They have a walk-in shower, so that's good.
I don't care if it's walk-in.
And they have the handles. I'll tell him, Dad, be extra careful. We don't need anything happening on your birthday. So what is the planets are doing what on the 17th? That's good, because obviously this is for all of us.
Are coming together for a new moon in Aquarius.
It's
the solar eclipse, so it's like an amplified.
Oh, it's a solar eclipse.
New moon. Aquarius rules groups, technology, ankles, the circulatory system.
Yes.
There's going to be probably, if you have anything with heart or stuff, be very mindful about what's going on around that time. And if you're worried about someone, just take them to the hospital, is what I would say, because this squaring Uranus, bringing in unexpected things, and Uranus is in Taurus. So there could be things about, resources, values, money. There could be some unexpected shift, or like announcements about reserves are going to be in
well, and that wouldn't, and I swear to God, like you said, so destabilizing. And obviously today the energy is destabilizing because I keep getting thrown off, but just, it's been so destabilizing. So you're right, like almost on some level, because when they come out with something new, you're just like, oh, it's just another day here in America, you know, like it's unbelievable. Like I feel like I'm watching, you know, I'm a big Stranger Things fan. Like I feel like we're having our own version of the Upside Down right now.
Okay. Yes. I have not watched that whole show, but we do feel like we're in the Upside Down, and that is Uranus. And the United States has a president who has Uranus in the sign of Gemini in his 10th house of career. And that's the herky jerky, the one day this, one day that. Gemini is mutable, which is flexible and changeable. So we are in the Upside Down. He doesn't know what he's going to do tomorrow. How would we know what he's going to do tomorrow?
Right. It's true.
And we have to keep moving forward despite what is going on outside of ourselves. Now, Pluto's in Aquarius. Now there's some collective themes facing us that we have no control over. It's outside of our conscious attention, like our ability to control, because there's massive changes. And
that's the collective, right? Aquarius is all the people, correct? If I'm getting it right. So Pluto is the disruptor. Is Pluto a disruptor planet? Destroyer. Okay.
Pluto's a destroyer. Uranus is more of the disruptor.
Okay.
Pluto burns things down to the studs in order to be rebuilt.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now, is anything in retrograde right now?
Right now, the only things in retrograde as we start the year are Uranus and Jupiter. But on like January 2nd, Chiron, which some people don't pay attention to Chiron.
Ninth house.
In Aries.
And mine's in Aries in the 9th house. So I'm also having a Chiron return.
On the 2nd or 3rd of January. So it's stationing. And that means 5 days before and after there can be intensity. And Chiron and Aries can be unexpected. People are in a survival mode. This could be because there's like a volcanic eruption, because there's some kind of somebody's out there, like happened last January, trying to cause mayhem. So just be mindful of your safety if you're going out New Year's Eve, is what I would say. Because there's going to be mischief makers trying to cause upset.
So I've heard from you guys, you and others, talking that what is it, Neptune and what's the other one? Saturn are at Neptune, 0 degrees on
February
Aries.
20th. That is the towering inferno imagery. That's the tower card where you see something coming down. What is it going to be? Is it going to be like Saturn rules in the United States, our second house of resources and wealth and values, and our third house of information, news media.
Interesting.
The post office. It could be like the post office is doing
Right.
something. Yeah. But it's starting a new 36-year cycle. There'll be
Okay.
something on the day, whether it gets mass attention. I think it will get a lot of attention because the eclipse is right there.
Oh,
But
right. It's 3 days before. Yeah.
between
Mhm.
February 17th and March 3rd, there's a lot going on. That's March 3rd is the lunar eclipse. February 17th is the solar eclipse. So,
Wow.
and then the Saturn Neptune conjunction happens in between the two. So yeah, it could be literal structures. You may be watching a literal structure come
Structures come
down,
down.
or it could be
Wow.
virtual things like, oh, the reserves in Bitcoin or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So,
Something,
yeah, do
or
you go or no, I want to hear the or what?
the Aquarius, the solar eclipse in Aquarius rules groups like parliaments
Hmm.
and Congress.
Interesting.
There could be some unexpected flip ups with that.
Mm.
Coming up, like,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. This eclipse is opposite the president's ascendant.
Okay.
So he could be facing off with an open enemy
Yeah.
around that time, and it could be Congress against
Interesting.
him, putting limits on his actions or that. And yeah, I'm getting
Wow.
currency. It could also be there's supposed to be bad flus and stuff, health
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
there is images of somewhere around the world, people may be in a lockdown kind of
Again,
situation.
you
There
see, you
might
think
be
that might be, and that would be because of what? Like what in
health,
what?
like
No,
some
in the sixth house, but what planets would make you think there may be like another lockdown with health?
Aquarius rules the collective, and
Okay, I
it's an
see.
air sign.
Got it.
Air and
Lungs, breathe,
yeah,
sharing.
and
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got it.
maybe because of, like, I don't want to scare people, but
No.
I've been thinking like a volcano. This happened like in 2010, I think
Mm-hmm.
it was, where there was a volcano in Iceland went off, and
Yep.
flights from Europe to the United States were grounded because
Got
of
it.
visibility. So there may
Right.
be air visibility
Ability.
problems
There may
that
be
impact
problems.
aviation, which also
Right.
is Aquarius,
Well,
meaning,
nobody wants to come here from Europe anyway, so I don't.
well, you know what? They want people's DNA. That's
No,
Aquarius.
I didn't hear the DNA one. I
They
heard the
want
5
people's
years.
DNA. The same document apparently that says they want 5 years of your social media history. There's also a desire. Now, this has to get through Congress
Yes, of
to
course.
have people's DNA,
No, that's
their
crazy.
their phone numbers of their parents, or I mean, it's just unbelievable
No,
what
it's
they're
crazy. Yeah,
asking, because
yeah.
they do not want people coming from out of the country here. And
Yeah.
Saturn, Neptune, and Aries, they have a desire to make this a Christian nationalist country.
Mhm.
Like, Neptune is belief systems, Saturn is the authority at 0 Aries. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Now, how
mhm.
with Pluto in Aquarius and the people, and then it being in this, and then this in Aries, like what would be like okay, that's what they want. We know what they want. Most of us don't want that. Most of
Yes.
us, right? Most of the world doesn't want that. So, what would that look like in the astrology of the resistance to that?
Well, the resistance is the people. The North Node is going. Well, there's several things that are
Okay,
going to
go
happen.
ahead.
So,
I love
and
listening to
someone said
this.
right before the Olympics and the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think we're having the Olympics.
I don't either.
And I've been saying this.
Yeah, I know. I've heard you
I don't
say
think
it.
we're
No,
having
I
the
don't think
Olympics.
it's
The
happening
World
either.
Cup, they're on their knees. They gave
Yeah.
the president a FIFA.
I know.
I mean, you
I
can't
know.
make this nonsense up.
I
It is
know.
absolute insanity.
It's
what's going
true.
on.
It's
We are
true.
watching the most ridiculous.
Yeah.
but
That's
the
why I said
greatest
it's like the
movie
upside
ever.
down. I'm watching the upside down. That's what I feel like. I'm like, we're living Stranger Things. Yeah.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to get stranger. Now,
Right.
in June 19th,
My
Chiron,
birthday.
the
My
wounded
birthday.
healer. Okay. Chiron, the wounded healer, moves into the sign of Taurus. 0
Okay.
degrees of Taurus. So right before that, when it's at 29 degrees of Aries and then moving to 0 degrees of Taurus, there's going to be big
Shifts.
stuff happening, big shifts. They may be financial, Chiron
Okay.
and Taurus. That's another date to be
Mhm.
really prepared around the end of June, because that happens. And Taurus rules resources, values, as
Mhm.
well as it's the bull. So
Right.
I've been wondering, really pay attention to beef, like what's happening with the cattle
Mm. Oh,
in
interesting.
Mexico. There's got
Yeah.
screwworm disease. They're trying to counter it with sterile flies. But
Oh,
oh my
that's
God, I
interesting.
hope this is not what happens.
No,
That there's some
I
kind of
know.
weird
So, well,
thing.
no, I know.
Flies.
But see, the thing that I've realized, and I know you talk about it, is all of the stuff that has been hidden that we haven't been aware of is hitting us at a rate of unbelievable speed. And the only way that we can build the world that we want in the collective consciousness is for everything to be exposed. Things have to crumble, and then things can be rebuilt. So we're in the crumbling, and which I probably is the hardest part, I would think, right? Yeah.
Yes. The crumbling
Yeah.
is the hardest part, because what we knew before
Is
is
not
no longer. And
right.
Jupiter's in the sign, Jupiter's the planet of expansion, is in the sign of Cancer right now. There is nostalgia for what there used to
Yes.
be. There is a desire for emotional closeness, connection. And we're getting used to this. Jupiter moves into Leo, a fire sign. This is good for you.
Yeah.
And June 29th, 30th.
Okay.
And Leo is the sign of royalty as well.
Yeah.
It's the heart. There's
Yeah.
an expansion of courage, leadership, a desire for a desire for pleasure, and a desire for entertainment. And the first thing Jupiter does when it moves in, the first thing Jupiter does after it moves into the sign of Leo is it squares Chiron.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
this is an intense square off. I think that's going to be something financial. Jupiter rules wealth. It could
Oh,
also
wow.
be some royalty around the world, the big story about royalty, or a celebrity kind of thing could be happening right around that time. But that's a transit to look forward to for your Leo moon, your Leo rising. It's expansive. It's abundant. It is generous, and it is lucky.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So what we're going to do is, I didn't get a chance to tell you because today's been crazy, but we do take a little commercial break. So let's take it now. I'm going to click off, and then I'm going to try signing in on a different browser and see if that stops kicking me off. All right. So stay tuned, everybody. We're going to take our commercial break here. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Om Times TV, a division of Om Times Media and Broadcasting.
Do you have a dream that feels just out of reach? What if you could send a message to the universe and watch it come true? Hi, I'm Melissa Caprio, creator of the Postcards to the Universe project. For years, people from all over the world have sent me their dreams on a simple postcard, and I've seen incredible things happen. Postcards to the Universe, harness the universe's power and manifest your dreams, gives you the tools to create a life you love. Learn how to turn your biggest desires into a clear, powerful message the universe can hear. It's time to stop waiting and start creating. Discover your power to bring your dreams to life. This isn't just a book, it's an experience. Discover your purpose, unlock your potential, and manifest your wildest dreams. Find Postcards to the Universe by me, Melissa Caprio, wherever books are sold. Get your copy today. Start writing your story one postcard at a time. Okay, welcome back. So I switched browsers during the break. So let's see if that helps. For some reason, I keep getting kicked off my own show. I don't know. Maybe Celeste is supposed to run it.
I think we're giving people an example of how to manage through 2026 when things go unexpected, awry. you just get back on that horse and just keep going.
You have to, because we're live, right? Like if we were doing a pre-record and this kept happening, we could say, oh, maybe today we'll just do it. But when you're live, you got to just keep going. And that's life, right? Like you can't just, life doesn't get to go like, okay, well, I didn't like that. I'm going to rewind. I wish, but it doesn't work that way.
Mhm. Yeah. And with Saturn going into Aries, the sign of its fall, it's like things can feel like they go really off kilter
Yeah.
bigly if you don't have your plan and all the pieces of the puzzle together. So it's not a year to just start winging it. It's a year to kind of think about what you want to do, give yourself extra time, build in extra time.
Yeah.
And what is it? It says now Google.
Oh no, that's me to Chris. He goes, "What browser are you on?" So we're talking backstage as you're telling us that. She's like, "What Google? What happened with Google?"
Yeah. So I pulled 3 cards for next year.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So I pulled floods, heavy rain. This is a big story that's going on right now.
Okay.
A part of Pluto and Aquarius. I know we don't want to be a downer, but a big part of it is the weather.
Right.
People are experiencing massive change because of weather. Like right now in Washington State, there's a levee that broke.
Oh,
in
really?
Gaza, people are being inundated with rain. I mean, it's unbelievable. The second card, and this could be emotional.
Okay.
Neptune governs the stuff. And before Neptune is in 29 Pisces from now.
And that's a critical or crisis degree, which
it's a crisis decay. So we're going to continue to see lots of rain places. That's really impactful.
Okay.
Banking currency. So this is why I'm talking about this Bitcoin mess. And, I'm also very concerned because this president is so chaotic.
Yeah.
Other countries, the Leo type figure in his rising is 29 Leo, is not Pluto's opposite Leo.
Okay.
So the power is coming in from outside of that.
Right. Okay.
And his herky-jerky ways is BRICS or something going to unpeg from the dollar
right
next year? That could be when Chiron goes into Taurus.
Other countries going to call in the debt? Like they could call in the debt. Yeah.
Calling in the debt, selling bonds. I mean, we are in a time where there can be massive change. Really, community focus is really important for people. And then fake news. One of the things I got last year was the War of the Worlds. And this was a radio teleplay by
Orson Welles, right?
H.G. Wells wrote it, but Orson Welles
performed it or something.
In the 40s or something. I can't remember the year. He got on the radio and just started reading from it.
Yeah.
And people thought we were really having an alien attack.
I know.
And started freaking out and like panicking. So be careful what you're reading and seeing. It may not be real. You may it may seem real,
right?
But it may not be real. So just keep that in mind before you freak out.
Did you see, and I want to tell you the name of it when you said that, and I sent it to my sister. So it's called Disclosure Day that Steven Spielberg is coming out with in June in 2026. Watch the trailer for that. It's about that you just said. I just got goosebumps about, what's going on from the sky, and it looks like it's going to be amazing. And I saw the trailer last night, and it's like, what's real and what's fake? And it is, Steven Spielberg has a thing with the aliens, obviously, from all his movies, right? We know this. So this is about us awakening to life beyond just us, which I thought was really interesting.
And next year, especially if you have anything at 4 degrees of the signs, there's going to be Uranus in Gemini, and Uranus rules aliens and stuff. Pluto in Aquarius, both 4 degrees.
I love it.
Sextile Neptune in Aries at 4 degrees, making what's called a mini grand trine, a talent trine, a cosmic wedge. in the sky.
So do you have like a theme, like January is going to be, I don't know, emotional, February is going to be this, March, look out for this, like a word that we could
Ooh,
associate with the month?
I need to do that. I'm going to just do it real quick with
Okay.
cards.
Yeah, do it with the card. So let's just get an idea, because I know we're talking about change is scary anyway, but I'm excited about 2026.
Me too.
I don't think it's going to be, I think that we are going to be surprised at how people rise up and meet what, you know, that we're where people are awakening. We needed this for people to awaken. So I know that it's scary, but I don't look at it as the apocalypse, that it's boom, you know, doom and gloom and we're going to be destroyed. I'm like, no, this is an opportunity for some major things that we
The
really
people
want.
shall rise. It's liberation.
Yeah. So
The
I know
theme
it's
is
scary.
liberation.
So I don't want people to think we're like talking like doom and all that stuff. There's a lot to look forward to. And I'm a big proponent. That's what postcards is about creating our own reality. How we are in our own frequency mirrors back to us what comes into our physical life. So if you're thinking everything is a tragedy and destruction and terrible, you're going to see more of that. If you're looking at things in more of a lighter way and love and like friendship and relationships and happiness, and that's what's going to be directed back to you no matter what's going on out there, right? That's how I practice my life.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. There's a lot of exciting things.
Yeah.
Jupiter and Leo is going to be great. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the North Node goes into Aquarius.
Okay.
July 26th. So
Okay,
the
July
people shall
26th.
rise. Okay, let's do January.
Okay, what do we got?
I pulled the card Harmony.
Harmony. Oh, I like that.
This is water. So think about
behind me. Can you see the dolphin behind me?
Oh my God, I love it. Okay. So let's do that. So think about that with January. How can you bring more harmony into your life? Venus gets a reset. Venus meets the sun. It's called Venus Cazimi. That's January, right around January 6th, 7th, around then.
Okay,
so
good.
Think about that. For February, this is past lives. This is you
got that the other day, didn't you?
Yes, the moon with the salamander. Look at all the people in there.
I see that.
That's the Aquarius solar eclipse. So yeah, there's going to be something that's really impactful for large groups of people. This gives me themes of there are people of all different nationalities and things like that. So we know the United States is trying to what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
But anyway, this could be like
it's not going to work. Just anybody who's thinking that it is. It's not.
I don't think it's going to work at all.
No matter what they try, it ain't going to work.
The United States is a Sagittarius rising Aquarius moon. We are freedom loving people.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to take all our rights away and do all this kind of mess, it's going to fail.
We couldn't get people to come. I'm in Florida, and Florida literally was closed down for 3 months. They were like, no, sorry, we're going to the beach. We don't care. It's COVID. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yes. March breakthrough. There's a lunar eclipse on March 3rd. So what are we breaking through? This could be the internet having a lot of problems or something. So much is held by these few companies. There could be a problem. So keep that in mind. March, especially around March 3rd. And then we have Mercury is retrograde 3 times next year in the water signs.
In the water signs. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. If you get my guide, it tells you each the dates.
Yeah.
So the lunar planning guide for 2026.
Okay. Yeah. No, I love doing stuff, and I just have been intuitively doing things for the moon that I didn't know that I was doing, Celeste. Like I noticed that, like when I'll do certain like candle gazing, or like if I'm writing manifestations, they seem to fall like under certain energies of the moon. So I find that really interesting. Without knowing it, I was intuiting it.
Yeah. I love that. The moon is so powerful.
I know.
Working with the moon, the moon phases are when the sun and the moon come together and make hard aspects with each other. And the sun is the conscious mind, the moon is the subconscious mind. The sun rules the people, the sun rules the leader, the moon rules the people. So important.
So
We're having
important.
yeah. So there's a new moon on Friday when the Epstein files are supposed to be
I
coming
know.
out.
We'll see. What does that say? Does that say
The source. This is April, the source. There is so many planets in Aries in April.
I know. I saw
there is, I think governments should be making sure people are clearing their brush and stuff for fire prevention. This feels a lot. And this looks like an eye. Aries rules the eyes. What are we going to be seeing? There may be big stories with fire again.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah. That's going to be, there's so much in fire.
I know.
Be a
and
big
you know,
story.
I have to say, and I'm blessed, but this hurricane season that we had, we got very lucky. I expected, being in Florida, we got super lucky in 2025 with all the thing in water, so much water, and you know how that is. South Florida, so.
Yes. Yes. You missed the hurricane so far. Thank goodness.
Thank God. Yeah.
Okay. So May, clinging to the past.
Interesting.
This makes me think of Cancer season. It's Taurus season in May, ruled by Venus.
Okay.
This is an art piece. I see it as an art piece. So there may be big stories about art around this time. Jupiter is still in the sign of Cancer.
Okay.
That could be, them trying to shenanigans around stuff. It'll be interesting to see what happens in May.
Yep. So we got June, the energy of June. What does that say?
Intensity.
Intensity.
June is intense. Chiron moves in to the sign of Taurus. This could be stuff gets real, like fighting, injuries. Yeah, this could be, especially if you are Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio, born right around the beginning of the sign. Pay attention.
Like if you mean the early degrees when you say the beginning of the sign. Okay.
Yeah.
So people who look at that and go, what do those numbers mean? That's what she means. The numbers are the degrees the planet was at when you were born. Right.
So for Taurus, that would be around April 19th through 22nd.
Okay.
Think about it for those other sides. Okay. For Leo, around July 20th through 23rd.
Okay.
October 23rd-ish, 20th to 23rd for Scorpio, and for Aquarius, February of those.
Those numbers.
Actually, January of those dates.
Well, that's why taking certain courses, like your courses that are simple to understand, really help you understand your own chart a little bit better. And when things are happening, and you're like, why is this happening, man? And then you could go to your chart and you could be like, oh, I see, because I have this hard aspect here in this house of family or this house of finances or health or whatever. It really does help you understand yourself, your personality traits, and what's the transits that are happening and what they really mean. When people are like, oh, I'm a Gemini, my mom's a Gemini, my nephew's a Gemini, my brother-in-law's a Gemini, my first boyfriend was a Gemini, my ex-husband was a Gemini. Like, I am Gemini. We are all so different because of all the other aspects to our chart.
Absolutely. July, letting go. This is when Saturn stations retrograde on the same day the nodes switch into so think about what you need to let go of before the nodes change signs. So that's a big, and there's water there. So as the north node moves to 0 degrees of Pisces, there could be a lot of water, wet stuff happening.
Yeah.
And that would impacts lots of people, because then the north node moves into Aquarius. There could literally be floods or something like that.
Well, that is the rainy season down here. So we get, those are our daily, without even this regular hurricanes, just daily thunderstorms, lots of rain, lots of dumping, lots of flooding, Yeah, we get that a
Yeah,
lot.
there's going to be a
Yeah.
lot of wet weather places right at the
Yeah.
end of July. So if you're going on vacation, then bring an umbrella. August, I got aloneness, which is interesting.
Oh, that's
This is the
interesting.
hermit card.
Okay.
And look at look at that. The South Node moves into Leo, and we
Okay.
have solar eclipse in Leo on August 12th. That's
Okay.
Leo. And then there's a lunar eclipse in Pisces on August 28th.
So maybe that is a lot of us are going to go within and like maybe kind of do some reflecting or like the energy, because that is interesting. Aloneness in August.
Yeah.
August is the end of the summer. I mean, I know it's not official. It's really goes through September, but back to school, kids go back to school. You feel like fall is starting, even though it doesn't really start until September, 21st, I think. Yeah. So, but it has that feel, I don't know. So
it's really interesting because the eclipse is in Leo and Pisces. That's really
I guess, you know what? Something will come to you. You'll get a reflection and you'll say, I was doing the show and this came out for August. And now I know why aloneness came out, the hermit. Some insight will come down the path for you.
Absolutely. Let me just look at just quickly the transits. What else is
Okay.
happening? Oh, Chiron stations retrograde. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Mars goes into Cancer as well.
Okay. Interesting.
So
is that considered a progressed chart when you're saying what the signs are going to be?
what okay, can I just
Wow.
Oh wait.
What? What?
This could be an old man going home.
That could be.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, let's move to September.
Okay, let's move to September.
Comparison.
Okay.
Yeah. This card is the 5 of Swords in the regular tarot.
Okay. Yeah.
I also think a lot of conflict could be coming related to the midterms. Okay. When we have the midterms, both Venus and Mercury are going to be retrograde.
Oh,
and
interesting.
So there could be like the lead up to the midterms. There's going to be a lot of tension,
That's interesting. Mercury is going to be in retrograde during the midterms. Oh boy.
This brings delays, conflicts, disagreements, and they both station direct on November 13th, which is after the election. Now, Mercury will station direct in Scorpio, Venus in Libra, at home.
Libra's the scales, justice, and everything. So, yeah.
So I think there will be attempts to do all kinds of stuff
of course,
to the election. But my hope is that
I hope it's too big that it doesn't even matter. What they try, that doesn't. Yeah, go ahead and try. Like it's not going to make a difference. Yeah. That's too big to manipulate.
Okay.
So what do we have?
Where are we now?
October, November, and December. Yeah. Right.
Okay. So October.
No, wait. You did the oh no, wait.
I did September, and I talked about November and September. Oh my God. October, slowing down.
Okay.
What is slowing down in October? There's a turtle here. Turtle Island. There was something recently about this Turtle Island.
I don't think I heard that
left-wing group. They got arrested. A bunch of people who are planning to do something on New Year's Eve.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't know, the Turtle Island people. And this is when we're slowing down because Mercury and Venus are going to be going retrograde in October. Let me give you the date.
So, and then we have November and December. So we already know Mercury is going back direct. You said 2 days or 3 days after the election. Yeah.
Yeah. Mercury. Okay. Venus stations retrograde October 3rd. in Scorpio. So
Okay.
relationships are going to be under pressure. It's in the
Okay.
sign of its detriment, as far away from
Okay.
home as it can be.
Okay.
Mercury
That's
goes
what
retro.
in its detriment means, as far away
Mhm.
from home as it can be.
It's
Just
like a
thought it was
man.
deep.
It's like a man cast out of his estate.
Okay.
Person cast out of their
Okay.
estate.
Yeah. Interesting.
October 24th is a Mercury retrograde. Okay, let's do November's card. What is November's card?
What is November and
This
December?
is the
And then
collection. November.
well, everybody I've listened to says that even though what does that say? Oh, consciousness. Oh, I
Consciousness.
like that. That's a
Buddha.
good card. That's a good card.
I think this is a good card for November. Absolutely. That's the third eye is lit up.
Yeah, like that.
The third eye is lit up. Ooh, I hope that's not. That's a.
She's like, I hope that's.
I always.
I don't know.
This is like someone getting something to the forehead.
Yeah. No,
let's not think
if
about
they're
that.
even there in November, if I don't even think they will be.
I don't
Okay.
think so either. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's our eye is open.
I think our eye
Third
is
eye
opening.
open. Okay, flowering December.
Oh, that's nice. I like the eye opening and then flowering ending the year. I like that. Yeah.
So we all don't know whether or not the United States is going to withstand this intensive attack against everything.
Right.
But November will know. Consciousness and flowering. I like it.
I like it too. So Celeste, we only have a couple of minutes. Tell people how, if they want to take what you have for them in 2026 and how they can, find you and listen to you, because she gives a lot of content. You can go to Astrology by Celeste on YouTube and there's always a new video, which I love.
Yes. So I'm Astrology by Celeste everywhere. I do a weekly show on Wednesdays on Instagram, but I cross-post it to YouTube. My podcast, available wherever you listen, is the Celestial Insights Podcast. My website is astrologybyceleste.com. Get on my mailing list. I'll be teaching classes next year. Get my lunar planning guide for $22 to help you move through the year with intention. And the proper care and feeding of the moon is also there as well. But
I love that title.
Readings. Come get a personal reading so I can help you prepare based on your personal chart for 2026.
Yeah, because we all handle things differently, right? And it has so much to do with, where certain planets fall in our chart and why we have these kind of, like, why can somebody handle a lot of stress and somebody falls apart when you give them two things to do at once, And that has a lot to do with what's going on, where you were born and what planet is in what house at that time. So you need guidance. That's who you want to go to, right? Because you're also an intuitive coach.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Which is really. So if you had to give 2026 a movie title, Celeste, what would you give it? Because I know you do that. I hear you guys do that. Like, I know you're projecting, so it may change, but just as of right now, if you could think of anything.
I'm getting Star Wars. May the Force be with you. The liberation, like we're fighting the liberation. The
liberation.
Power to the people. That's what I'm going to call it.
Power to the people. Yeah. I like that.
Not going to be easy. No. But if you move forward the year with courage, conviction, have hope, keep hope alive. No, the arc of justice bends, the arc of the universe bends towards justice. I refuse to believe otherwise.
It does. And there's this whole thing, and we didn't even get a chance to talk about it, about the Pluto. Is it Pluto in the orbit out of bounds in the south? And what happens when that
are rising? We're seeing it fall. Is it Budapest? Or not Budapest? Hungary may take that guy out. Watch. That could be February 20th.
Wow. No, it's interesting, and everything crumbles. And so that's the energy we're in. So have faith, everybody. Thank you, Celeste. It was such a pleasure. And thank you for dealing with all the whatever was going on today.
No problem. It was a demonstration about how to move through the year when unexpected disruptions, there'll be many, come up.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God. It was so fun finally getting to meet you now. So now when you see my comments, because I have two YouTubes, this one for my shows and then my personal that I follow everybody and leave all my comments, you'll be like, oh, there she is. Hi, Melissa. How are you?
I
All
love it.
right. I know. All
Thank you
right.
for having me. I had so
Oh,
much fun
oh,
talking to
good.
you.
I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to Postcards to the Universe with Melissa, creating the life you crave. And I'm wishing everyone a wonderful week filled with joy, abundance, and love. Peace. Bye, everybody.